What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up, family? And what's up, friends? It's your boy Lowell, and I'm back again. I got to hit y'all with another video. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, I'd like to welcome you all back to another episode of Papa Lowe's Place. Now, y'all know that Papa Lowe's Place is a place where if it's on your mind, then let's talk about it. If it's something that you're going through, then let's talk about it. Family, if it's something that's pressing in the news, in the magazines, and on the TV, wherever you find it at, then I say, let's talk about it. All right? Now, first and foremost, I'd like to thank each and every one of you guys for clicking on and for watching this video. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to the channel as well. So I salute you for that. All right? Now, in today's podcast, we have a video that is quite disturbing for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is something that I saw about a year ago. I seen sort of videos and things of this nature coming out about this about a year ago, maybe a year and some change ago. And it was disturbing then. And for some reason, this hit my feed again today. And it's something that I want to talk about. I think that it needs conversation. And so I'm bringing this to the congregation today. All right. So without further delay and giving away too much of the video, I'll let the video explain for itself. All right. So again, without further delay, roll that clip.
This is crazy. I only watched half of it, and I was like, I should probably watch the other half on stream.
Do you have an opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad.
I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far to say those laws are racist?
For sure.
All right, so right off the bat, I have an issue. Right off the bat, I have an issue and I have a question. All right, so my question is this: how are voter IDs racist? How? We have to have an ID anyway for everything. Yesterday, I rented a truck. You know what they asked me for? Identification. All right, they asked me to take a picture of the front of my driver's license, the back of my driver's license, and to send a picture of my face. And so I had to do all of that and upload it, and it was U-Haul. I don't know if that's something that U-Haul, I don't remember having to do that for U-Haul before. I just presented my license and, I was able to rent a truck from there. But yesterday, again, I had to show my ID. Why is it that for voting, we shouldn't have to do that? We shouldn't have to show our ID in order to vote. Something, and maybe not to y'all, but something sounds very, very suspicious in that. You don't need ID to vote. Sound like if someone said that to me, if I was in an alternate world, an alternate universe, and someone said that to me, I would immediately think of cheating. I really would. I would immediately think of cheating. Why do you not need to identify yourself when you're voting? Let's continue.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that have been described or required.
These type of people don't.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that are being described. Who is he talking about? Who are you talking about? I got driver's license. I got my military ID. I got all sorts of identification. I got what you need. And most people that I talk to or that I run across, they have no issue at all in getting ID. None of them. As a matter of fact, in my 61 years of existence, I don't know of anyone who has had an issue with getting an identification. Now, they may have had a reason why they don't want to be identified. Yes, they may have had that where I'm not going to do that because then, they're going to know who I have. Maybe they have a warrant. I don't know, but they didn't want to be identified. That's totally different from you not knowing how to get an identification. You don't know the process of how to get an identification. In 2026, we have Google, we have Bing, we have DuckDuckGo, we have all of these apparatuses and all of this technology in order to, and AI, in order to help us and point us in the right direction. And you mean to tell us that this man saying that we still don't know? We in the Stone Age. He talking about black people like they're Neanderthal men or something. Come on, man. And if a black man was standing there right next to him, I guarantee you that he would not say that. He would not say that. He feels freely compelled to say what he said because he lives in an echo chamber. Everyone, I'm not going to say everyone, but there are some people around him who think the same way. And so being in that echo chamber, it's fine to say stupid stuff like,
black people don't know how to get the ID, and they don't know where to go, and they don't know the apparatus.
Just shut up. We know. Not only do we know, we got it. Let's continue.
Live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places.
No.
Now we don't have access to DMVs. Black people don't have access to DMVs. How do I have a driver's license, sir? How? I'm black. I'm as black as they come. How do I have a driver's license? Come on, man. Everybody in my family, we're all black. The Yarbroughs, in case you didn't know, we black folk. And every single person in this household, my daughter, my son, my wife, my son-in-law, Maya, when Maya turns 16 years old, she'll have hers too. Every one of us has a driver's license. Every one of us has the correct identification. Come on, man. Come on. Even Maya's school. My granddaughter goes to elementary school. Guess what they have to present every morning? Identification. Identification. In elementary school, ever since she was in kindergarten, she's had to have ID when she goes to school. Let's roll the clip.
Ready.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how.
Lord have mercy. That's another one. We don't have the knowledge of how to go online. I'm online right now, ma'am. I'm online right now. We don't have the knowledge to go. Are you embarrassed yet? Are you angry yet? And when I'm talking about anger, I'm not talking about becoming violent or anything like that. But I'm just talking about that anger that people think that we're that stupid. That people think that we're that ignorant. She said, we don't know how to get on the internet. We don't have the brain waves in order to get on the internet. Let's continue.
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data.
For most of the communities, they don't really know what is out there just because they're not aware or they're not informed.
I also think there's a repression of black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, you're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at swing states like Florida, that's a huge population of the African Americans.
So all of us are locked up. And all of us don't have the ability to vote. And see, this is the propaganda that's been floated out there that, I'm gonna tell y'all something. There are some bad white people. There are some good white people. There are some bad black people and there are some good black people, just like in every single race. And, those that are good, they shine. They let you know that you know what, I'm doing the right thing. I'm living my life as I'm supposed to be living my life, and they're proud of that. And again, this lady, I think that people in prison shouldn't be able to vote? I don't know. I feel kind of either. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say yay or nay either way. I just can't say. But the way she make it sound is like all of us are locked up, or all of us are criminals, and we don't have access to voting. I voted in the last election, ma'am. I voted in the last few elections, and without any provocations or any problems, and I'm good. I'm good. My son voted. My daughter, my wife voted. I don't know if my daughter voted or not. And we didn't have any issues. So what's the problem? Not all of us are locked up. Not all of us are criminals. Not all of us are problem children. So I don't like her argument. I don't like it at all. Let's continue.
Like, it's got to be fake, right? I mean, there's no way it's not fake. You guys, nobody thinks it's fake.
Do you carry ID?
Yes, I do.
Do you know any black person who doesn't carry ID?
No.
That's a lie. Why would they say that?
Do you have ID?
Yes.
Everybody that I know have ID. Like, that's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with.
I heard a lot also that black people can't figure out how to get to the
Oh my God!
DMV. Is that what does that say to you?
I know it's that on 25th Street.
Do you know where?
It's over there. Yeah, what do you mean?
Right.
And I also heard a lot that black people, especially poor black people, have no access to the internet, can't figure out how to use the internet.
What?
That's just stupidity, honestly. Everybody has access to the internet. Even a little kid can figure out how to work the internet.
And that's all you can do is laugh at the stupidity and the insanity of just that question alone. I mean, they say that you don't have the knowledge of how to get on the internet and how to access. Man, I'm telling you, it is embarrassing. It really is. It's embarrassing that people feel that way. And I would like to know. I really would. I would like to know what makes them think this about us as a community. What makes them think that we don't have the ability to work the internet or the ability to find out where the DMV is, or the ability to obtain an identification? What gave them the idea that that's correct or that is true? And again, I think for me, it goes back to being in an echo chamber. If we just hear those things that we want to hear, it's echoed through, throughout our daily walk or whatever have you, then of course we don't get the other side. I bet you each one of these people that are on here, I bet you none of them have black friends. None of them. Black associates. None of them. Because if they did have black friends or black associates, then they would know that black people have the ability to do whatever, whenever, and however it is that they want to. Whatever it is that they want to do, they can do it. They can do it. Getting an ID is no problem. It's a non-issue. So let's continue.
A little kid can figure out how to work the internet. Yeah.
I had access to the internet for years.
What
people are they talking to? Who are these people talking to?
They're probably talking to other white people. I want to go back to this one.
I also think there's a repression of like black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, like that's a huge population of the like African Americans.
Well, there it is. Somebody says future game developers right there.
Family, you seen that video. You heard that video. And let me be the first to say this. This is not, everybody doesn't think like this. All white people do not think like this at all. As a matter of fact, most white people don't think like this. But again, if you're living in an echo chamber, if all you do is hear the rhetoric of people who think like you, walk like you, have the same ideologies as you, then doggone it, you're gonna spew that same ideology. Now, if you decide to branch out a little bit, talk to some black folk, talk to some different folk or whatever have you, you may get a whole different view, but you're not willing to. You're not willing to, because someone told you that that's probably not a good thing to do. But again, y'all seen the video. Like I said, y'all heard the video. I don't know who they're talking about, because everything that they've alluded to, I have. And everything that they've alluded to, the people that are in my circle that I know of, they also have. I work with probably, I would venture to say, probably 95% black people in my office. 95, 96% black people in my office. And all of us have IDs. All of us know what a DMV is. All of us got cell phones where we can obtain information. We all know about now AI and all of that stuff. And so again, I don't know who they're referring to. Again, I think that I'm just going to be honest with you. All right, let's have a little conversation just for a moment. Why would people not want voter ID? Why would a society, why would a country not want voter identification? Especially when you have the exact people that you're saying can't get it, they got it. Why would a country continue to push forward that narrative? I think I kind of alluded to what I feel earlier, because it makes it easier to cheat. It makes it extremely easy to cheat. You see, if you have no identification, how many states can you vote in? If you have no identification, maybe you can take the ballot out of the neighbor's mailbox and complete that yourself. If you have it's limitless what you can do if you have no voter identification. If you have no voter identification, people who are here illegally can vote. You see, because they can't get identification. They can't get a social security card and all of that. They're not supposed to be able to. Got me to thinking, why would our society be fighting this hard for not having voter identification? We've already demonstrated that we can get identification without any problems at all. So what's the problem now? What's the problem now? Again, I think that, for me, it makes it easier to cheat. It makes it easier for things to go awry. And so I believe that we need to have voter identification. I believe that we need to have identification for a lot of things that we do in society. Again, I think it's a good thing to have identification if you're going to buy a pack of cigarettes. I think it's a good thing to have identification if you're going to get a tattoo. I think it's a good thing to have identification if you're going to, get on an airplane or whatever have you. I think it's a good thing to have identification if you're going to get an Uber. Don't you have to have, I've never ridden in an Uber before. But don't you have to have some sort of identification to get in an Uber or anything of that nature? In order to buy a house, you need identification. In order to do a will, you need identification. So all of these other things in society, we need identification for. But for this thing over here, to vote, we don't want to have identification. So again, family, I'm going to go back to my original question. Why? Why is voting the issue? Y'all know why. But I'll leave that right there. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on this matter. Do you think that...
Well, listen, sometimes you just forget your ID and, things happen and, maybe these people are right, that black people are just that uninformed and, ill-informed and, they really, develop slowly to where they can't get an ID and they don't know where, the DMV is. They just don't have access to the internet like other people do. And, we need to give them a hand, if you will.
And family, I hate that with a passion. I hate that. Most of us just want you to get out of the way. That's what most of us want. Most of us want people to just get out of our way and let us thrive. let us be great. Let us be great. But no, they can't do that. They feel like they have to babysit us and treat us like imbeciles or treat us as less than. And for me, that is an insult. For some, they love it because some people love being coddled. Me, no. Just get out my way and let me do what I do. All right? Or do you believe that, you know what I'm saying, black people can do anything that any other race of people can do? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, get out of my way and let me be great. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to give me a handout. I'm not asking you to give me a hand up. I'm not asking you for any of that. Just get out of my way and let me be great. And so y'all know the way I think. I think that I just want you out of my way. That's all. I just want you out of my way so that I can do what I'm called to do. All right? So please like, comment, and share this video with your family and friends so that you can see that there's a particular group section of America who feels that black people are lacking. Yeah, that's for lack of a better term, let me say that we're lacking and that we don't know how to do anything. You know, I mean, when we go to the bathroom, we need someone there to help us wipe our backside. You know, when we go to the refrigerator to get something to drink, we need someone there to coach us along on how to pop the tab off of a Pepsi or whatever have you. This is crazy. This is crazy. Listen, for you people that feel that way, we don't want your help, especially yours. We don't want your help at all. Now, for those of you who mean well, and I mean really mean well in giving assistance or giving help, your help is appreciated. All right. So also, if you find it in your heart to do so, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you as a member of Papa Lowe's Place family, baby. Sure would. All right. So as I always say, please take care of yourselves and take care of each other. All right. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.